Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday. I am just stopping by with a little vlog. As you know, my husband is working on the weekends now, so usually I'm at home, dawdling around, not doing much. Particularly this weekend, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to sort of, get done and everything and stuff. So I've just been kind of around the house, washing clothes, still unpacking the last few boxes, straightening things out, and stuff like that. So that's been sort of my weekend and everything, making dinner and all that sort of stuff. And then just of course, watching movies and everything and reading a little bit and stuff like that. Stuff that I enjoy doing and stuff. So I'm just coming. It's about 2 weeks before my 41st birthday. It's not a big milestone for birthdays. 40 is a big one, but 41, not so much and stuff. So, but I like to do a little reflecting on how things have changed and what's happened to me over the time as time goes on. I'm very thankful to be 41. It's a blessing. I get to see I'm close to seeing another year, and stuff. So I'm always so thankful for that. And I'm so thankful for, my husband and my family and my friends and all the people that love and support me. I'm always thankful for that. And I'm thankful for you guys too, that watch my YouTube and that, participate in my blog. You guys, I really want to thank you, and I really appreciate you guys coming here and listening to me sometimes rant on and talk about different things and stuff, but I thank you guys for your participation. It's really appreciated. I don't want you ever to think that it's not and stuff. But I'm thinking about just reflections on life and what's happened. Now, as you know, about 2 weeks ago, my husband and I moved. And we moved into this new place over and really close to where I used to live. In a just like kind of east of where I used to live. I'm sorry, not east, west of where I used to live, into Edmonds. And Edmonds is a small bedroom community. So that means that it's a community with a lot of retirees and stuff, and folks who are upper middle class folks and stuff like that. So it's a really nice. It's a small city, but it's a nice city. The whole city and stuff, and it's really beautiful, close to the water and everything. Lots of stuff to do. It's got a little downtown and everything. And if you've ever watched Rick Steves' Europe on PBS, well, Rick Steves is from Edmonds and stuff, and and so I always get excited about that because this is where I live. I live in Edmonds and everything. So I love this community and everything, and I love the people and stuff. And it's a suburban community. I live in the suburbs of Seattle. I no longer live in Seattle. I live in the suburbs of Seattle and stuff. But really, I live in a whole nother county. And so, but I live out in the suburbs and everything. I never thought I'd live out in the suburbs, but I do. And I like it, and stuff. And I'm still close enough to Seattle that I don't feel like, I can't ever go, or I don't ever go to the big city or anything like that. I go to Seattle quite often, and I still love and adore Seattle and stuff. But we get a little more room out here and everything. I love our new home, and it's just so wonderful, and it's so peaceful, and it's so quiet, and I adore our new community. And I was thinking to myself, because the community is mostly upper middle class and mostly white, so and stuff, and for me, people are always like, oh, I want little diversity. Is not such a big thing for me. It's nice to have it, but it's not like it's not actually here and stuff. It actually is. It's just this community is an upper middle class community, and also this area, Seattle and surrounding area, has a small African American population, just period. So and so there may be places that you don't see a whole bunch of us and stuff. And it's not because keeping people out. It's just it's not a lot of us here and stuff. So, but it doesn't bother me. Most of the people here are very nice and, and stuff. And so I'm going over, and my husband was saying, wow, this is such a nice neighborhood, you know, and there were places here that we hadn't been, although we lived close to here and stuff. But, you know, where we lived before was sort of, it was a suburban community closer to the freeway, and it was, you know, and it had, you know, grocery stores and all that stuff close to it. And we'd go into Linwood, which is a bigger city and suburban community just north of here, and we go into Linwood to do a lot of stuff. And Linwood is got all sorts of different people living there and stuff. So, and stuff from lower middle class to upper middle class to rich. Edmonds is about middle class, maybe upper middle class, and rich people and stuff. So we're living here. And he's going down to the grocery store, to the QFC, and he's saying, wow, this neighborhood, it's so nice and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, it really is nice and stuff. And I go to the local drugstore, Bartell's, and I step into the drugstore in the middle of the day. Now, let me just tell you, and I've told you before, about being a black housewife. Usually in the middle of the day, I don't see other black women like me. Okay, I just don't, you know, and stuff. If I see some black women, they're probably not, you know, they're probably women that are, you know, poor and not working and stuff, you know. But in the middle of the day, I don't see women like myself. I don't see me anywhere, you know, just about and stuff. I really don't. I see me working, you know, I see women like me working, but I don't see us just sort of out in the middle of the day. So I'm out in the middle of the day, and I go to Bartell's, and I walk into Bartell's, and I'm in there, and Bartell's, all their shelving is low, really, really low, so you can see across all the shelving, because it's really low. They do that purposefully at that store, so you can see everything and stuff. And there were some older white couples in there, you know, old men, old women, some older women, some women about my age, maybe younger, with their kids and stuff, you know, and they were white. Everybody in the store was white. And in I walk with my afro, and, you know, and I'm in there, and I'm thinking, you know, and I'm not thinking, oh my God, I'm not thinking like that. My first thought, and I have to tell you, is, wow, why aren't there any black women in here like me? Why do we, is it all that we do is work? Is that all we do is work, you know, and stuff? And that was my first thought was, is all we do is work, you know, and stuff? And I thought to myself, that's just it sort of made me feel sad, you know, and stuff, because I'd love to see as many black women sort of living, you know, carefree lives, you know, and stuff, as I see, you know, white women, you know, and stuff. And it sort of made me sad, because it's true. Everywhere I go, if I go somewhere, I go to lunch with my mom in the middle of the day. You know, my mom is retired. If I go to lunch with my mom in the middle of the day, I don't see nobody like me. If I go, you know, I'm taken to the nail shop and all this stuff in the middle of the day, I don't see nobody like me. If I'm shopping, I don't see nobody like me. You know, if I'm going to, you know, any kind of outdoor or festival or something in the middle of the day, I don't see anybody like me. I just don't, you know, and stuff. And so I just thought to myself, well, is that now wanting to work? I'm not wanting to work, not a problem. If you want to work, and you want to do your career and all that sort of stuff, and you want to go for it, you know, and stuff, you know, go right ahead. My husband and I actually, and I know it may not seem like it, but actually we live a little bit simpler of a life, so we can live a certain lifestyle, and so I can stay home, because usually that's what happens when one person is not working and stuff. You know, I'm not a proponent of bills. I'm not a person that loves getting bills and trying to get bills and stuff like that. I'm really not, you know, and stuff. I'm trying to make sure I get the least amount of bills as possible, okay, and stuff, you know. So there may be stuff that we may not be able to do and stuff like that unless we save up for a little time, and then we're able to do that. Next year I'd like to go on a trip over to Europe. Well, that takes some time to save up for, you know, and stuff. We still take lots of trips around here, and we still fly to different places, in the United States, and we drive and all that sort of stuff back and forth, and we do stuff around here all the time, and stuff. But it doesn't bother me. I live a life, and what one of my reflections is I live a life I want to live. I define what is successful for me, and stuff. Everybody needs their own definition, really, and I think at this point in time in this country, I think really people can have their own definition of what's successful. It used to be if you had a house in the suburbs with 2.4 kids and a car and all this stuff, you were successful, and stuff. You were successful. And, maybe you had a boat or maybe had that was successful, and stuff. But now I think people are defining that by different things. Many people don't own homes. Many people don't own a car. And many people here in Seattle don't own one car, okay, and stuff, And it just sort of depends on you. What is successful for you, Many people don't have a lot of the flashy stuff. And I think something about the recession sort of clicked some people into gear. They had a lot of bills and a lot of stuff that they were floating on credit that they couldn't afford in the first place and stuff. And I think some people have decided, you know what, I made a mistake and I overextended myself. And now people are in, foreclosure. People are destitute. And stuff, and trying to recover. And I think people have decided, I'm going to define what is success for me. Now, my thought as a reflection is, I have 2 degrees. I have a Bachelor's of Arts in History, and I have a MBA. I also have a paralegal certificate from the University of Washington Extension School and stuff. And I enjoyed my work doing legal work for a long, long time. And one of the things about me leaving legal, as you know, is because I'm ill and stuff. And I just cannot work. There's just no way for me to work full time. I could probably work part time if I wanted to, but full time is out and stuff. And so, and also us thinking about having a kid. So that means, changes and some stuff. So I could maybe stay home if I wanted to and all that sort of stuff. But that means changing some stuff and maybe sacrificing some things for you to have a lifestyle that you enjoy and that's really for us, try to be stressless as possible, and stuff, and try to have some joy and some happiness in this lifetime and stuff, And my husband and I enjoy each other's company. We enjoy our family. We enjoy having them out, cooking out and grilling out for them, and having a good time, laughing and talking and stuff like that, We enjoy our day trips. We enjoy our overnight trips. We enjoy seeing and doing, and we enjoy being with each other and stuff like that. And, it's just sort of for us simpler, and stuff. We try to do it as simple as possible. It used to be a day when, you'd find me at the, and not that I don't still go to Nordstrom, but at the Nordstrom every day, buying and shopping and doing stuff. And listen, I had a closet full of clothes, and a bunch of them still had tags on them where I hadn't even worn them, and stuff. And so, I just became sort of a consumer to sort of take up space for maybe what was missing in my life, and stuff, and at this point, I've given that up. And I wanted more meaning and more stuff to do. I find meaning through doing stuff on my blog, and I find meaning through that. And as I've told you before, I've been thinking about maybe coaching or being a life coach, something that would afford me to do something, but be a little more flexible and stuff like that, possibly, and stuff, but that's just something that I'm thinking about. But success to me is what it is. No, we don't own a Mercedes. We own 2 Toyota cars. My husband just bought a new one because his other car went out after many, many years of having it. My car is close to 10 years old, works like a top, looks great, I will not be buying another car, okay, anytime soon. I'm going to take good care of my baby, and my baby rides me wherever I need to go. I don't have any issues with that car. Why would I ever take it and do something with it, and stuff, and get another bill and stuff? So like I say, yeah, I don't have a Mercedes or a BMW, but personally, too much showing off, and sometimes for me, I don't usually see what other people see. I usually just see bills. That's what my eyes go, wow, that's a lot of bills, and stuff, and that's usually what I see, and stuff. People are extending themselves and doing stuff to impress people, as they say, doing stuff to impress people that really don't matter, and stuff. I'm not, if you're unimpressed by my life, so what, and stuff. At the end of the month, when the bills come, we're the only ones paying for them, Nobody else is paying for those. Nobody else has to handle those. So, really, why would I live for other people? The reflection is, I'm living, making sure that we're doing what is successful and needed to make us joyful and to make us peaceful and happy in this household. And stuff. And I hope other people would do that too. I hope other people would start to think about what it is that they want to define themselves as success. If you want to be an entrepreneur and run a large business and whatever, I say go for it. If you want to sing, I say go for that. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, I say figure that out. If you want to retire at 36, figure that out. I don't really care what you want to do, and stuff. It's all on you. It's all on you to figure out who is the authentic you. Who is the authentic person that you are. Who's the real you, outside of what everybody else thinks, outside of what parents think, outside of what friends think, outside of what strangers think, outside of what the media thinks you should think, outside of all of that crap, okay? Who is the real you, Who is it that you want to be, and stuff? At this point in my life, after a year of passing, and I've had a miscarriage and everything, and really after that, my whole perspective on life sort of just changed, just subtly changed, and stuff. And I thought to myself, okay, there's some really important stuff going on out here, and there's important stuff going on in my life with my family that I need to be present for, and stuff. And so now I'm just trying to live in the present. I'm not trying to worry about, and more, I'm not trying to worry about what happened in the past and think it over and all this stuff. And I'm not trying to freak out about the future. Can't do anything about the past. Have no control over anything that's going on in the future. And I don't want to miss moments now. Even moments that people would think are boring, I don't want to miss, and stuff. I don't want to miss that stuff, I don't want to miss anything right now. And really for me, and I could truly, truly say this is the best time of my life. And I know a bunch of people are probably thinking, really, really, it is. And you know what? You know what I want? For 10 years from now, when I'm turning 51, for me to think, at 51, this is the best time of my life. That's what I want. Whatever is going on in the present to be the best time of my life. This really is the best time of my life. I have a wonderful husband and stuff, and a new budding marriage and everything. And, family, of course, that I've had forever, and friends that I've had forever and stuff. So it's just a really nice time to kind of be alive, and stuff. I live in this beautiful place, and stuff, and I, not just home, this beautiful city, where I can do and go and see all this stuff, and stuff, and just wonder at, sit and wonder at nature's beauty, like, 5 minutes down the road, okay, and stuff. I'm not going to take this for granted. I'm not going to take any of this time for granted, and I'm not going to take this happiness for granted. The reflection right now is the best time of my life. That's what it is. And the more I enjoy it, the better it gets. you know, and stuff. I'm not particularly worried about what people think about decisions that I've made. All decisions that I've made are decisions that are best for me. And I think people should be making the decisions that are best for them and their family. And if you're single, for yourself and stuff, you know, you have to make those decisions. The only thing right now that I'd like to do and trying to do and getting ready to do is to lose some weight and to start exercising again. Not really for the weight loss part, because losing weight doesn't really motivate me, you know, more than being healthy, making sure that I'm healthy and my heart is healthy as a diabetic. So to make sure that I'm healthy. So that's sort of the thing, is to, you know, start out exercising again and getting back into a good, you know, into an exercising regimen and doing some stuff. And, you know, hey, if the weight comes off, fine. If it doesn't, and I feel better, that's fine too, you know, and stuff. I still feel better, and that's the key, is wanting me to feel better, you know, wanting me to feel better and to feel more energetic. I've had a lot of issues. I'm telling you, you know, along with the diabetes, there's gastroparesis. I had I've got thyroid stuff that comes and goes and all this sort of stuff, you know, and stuff. And, you know, I'm less healthy than a lot of people, but I'm more positive than a lot of people too, you know, even with all this stuff going on. This is not the end of me, you know. This is not where I give up and sit down and say, you know, I'm just going to step out, you know, and stuff. This is where, you know, this is where I really start deciding I'm going to enjoy what it is that I've been blessed with, you know, and that God's infinitely decided to bless me with even more, and be an even better steward over what it is, that the gifts that He's blessed me with. So I want to wish you guys a good Sunday, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. You probably will not see me for a couple of days, Monday, Tuesday. One of these days this week, we're going Monday or Tuesday, we're going to the Tulip Festival, and I probably will have some pictures on the blog of that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love the Tulip Festival up here in Skagit Valley. They have it every year. It is gorgeous and stuff, and so I can't wait to go to the Tulip Festival and see the tulips and put on my rubber boots and walk in the mud. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope everybody has a good week. Be blessed, you guys. Bye bye.